Hello everyone, Karan this side, and I am a student at DoMS IIT Madras. And today I am here to discuss a few things about Goa Institute of Management, which is a very good college. And this college, I converted the BDA, that is the Big Data Analytics program. And yeah, I didn't join there, but trust me, that program is doing very good. In fact, they have a flagship in PGDM. However, I believe both of these programs are going head to head with the upcoming programs such as healthcare management, and their business insurance and finance services program is also something to look at if you are interested in the banking and finance domain, or let's say healthcare management domain. So as you can see, this is the application page, and they have introduced all the five programs. IDA is something they have introduced very recently. This is a dual degree program in collaboration with Nova School of Business and Economics. If you choose to apply for this, I will highly suggest do proper research, because the cost of these programs is pretty high, and you should be able to get the good return if you are investing in this program. Apart from that, all four programs are conducted in Goa in India, and as I said, PGDM is their flagship program, and then BDA is another program that is going pretty nicely. So let's go on. All right, so these are the two emails that will share all the details that you require. And if you are shortlisted, it will be sharing the shortlist. If you convert eventually, they will be sharing the offer mail. So make sure that these two emails are very visible to you. And now let's talk about something related to the big data analytics program. So this is an exam, that is GIM Analytics Aptitude Test, GAAT. It is a 55 minutes long exam. And this is basically GIM's way to analyze whether you got the aptitude to be a part of the big data analytics cohort or not. I attempted this exam, and I cleared it because eventually I converted big data analytics, and I will be sharing everything regarding what email is sent for this exam and how it goes, and yeah, what exactly it comprises of. So this was about the GAAT. We also have the written aptitude test, and this also I will discuss in detail. So they are accepting a ZAT, CAT, and GMAT scores. So if you do not have that good scores in CAT, you can give the ZAT scores, and then you can give the GMAT scores too. However, for PGDM, the flagship program, definitely the cutoff will be there, and that is very stringent. And I believe approximately 90 percentile is the cutoff usually, below which they don't even call the students. So yeah, they have that cutoff. However, for the other programs, let's say BDA, let's say healthcare management, or the finance program that they offer, so in those programs, not necessarily you need a certain score. They will look at your profile, and if your profile is an absolute match of what they are looking for, they will definitely give you a call, and then through the process they will analyze you if you are a good fit for that. So it's a little bit of a gray area of what exact percentile you should have for these programs, but anything above 80, you can expect a call if you have got a good profile, of course. So yeah, so this is all about the exams that they're accepting, and then the IDA program. If you are interested in this one, absolutely go ahead, read about it, get some details, contact some alumni. This is a recently introduced program, so I don't think you will get many people, who have pursued this, but still, try and get people to talk about this program, and then if you think like it's something that you can do, absolutely go ahead. About the application fees. So first three rounds have already been like wrapped up. First mover gives you a lot of advantage in terms of the cost, but now we are way past that because it was 24th of October. Currently today is the CAT deadline, so I will request you to consider filling up the form at least, because GIM is considered to be a pretty good college. Like they have their NIRF ranking in under early 30s. So that is again something very good. Like most of the people bash NIRF ranking, and I understand where that comes from, because we have very random colleges in top 20, and it's not a very reliable source. But if you look from the point of view of a HR, they will definitely want to get students in their organization from colleges that have good NIRF ranking, and especially those good when you talk about government organizations. So they definitely have very strong criteria of selecting colleges with good NIRF ranking. So in those matters, yes, NIRF is important. And then again, location is again a very good and important factor, because if again you put yourself in the shoes of the HR, they will want to go to places wherein more colleges are available around, and they can have they can have the placement sessions simultaneously and things like that. So while Delhi, Mumbai are considered to be the prime locations if you are looking for colleges, but Goa is again it's a very good tourist spot, and yeah, definitely that will not be that big of a disadvantage. So these are the fees of the applications. All right, now let's quickly move on to something that is very important, and which is the placement. So I remember Goa Institute of Management have their placements in 2023. They had probably the best year in terms of placements. The average was pretty good. The highest placements and the type of companies and the type of roles offered were amazing. And now, because every college is being hit by the kind of conditions that are there, the market conditions and so on and so forth. So the placements are good. Like if you see this year's final placement report, let me scroll it down. So the highest is 26.3, and this is for the flagship program. So I will analyze the placement reports for both the flagship as well as the BDA program, and then I will go on and tell you more about the process. What exactly will you do after you are shortlisted? What kind of mails will roll on, and what can you expect from the WAT? What can you expect from the GAAT? Because I have given both of these things and ultimately got into the interview. So yeah, I will be sharing things from my end, some insider tips as well, because I have few friends who are currently pursuing their MBA in Goa Institute of Management in the flagship as well as the BDA program. So yeah, I will share what exactly is going on inside the college, and what can you expect in the next 2 years if you convert this college. So yes, the highest is 26.3, not something to be boasting about, because you see in 2023, if I'm not wrong, the highest was somewhere around, like, they have divided this placement report of 2023 very nicely. They have everything like by sector, but 2024 the placement report is kind of not that detailed. They have mostly just given us the average numbers. Because you see, while GIM has the distinction between analytics, finance, and healthcare, they do not have a specialized program for, let's say, consulting or, let's say, marketing. So all of those domains come under their flagship. So you will see the highest percentage of marketing and consulting genuine roles in the PGDM flagship. So don't think that they don't offer these courses. They definitely have marketing, and they definitely have consulting, general management. But this comes all under the flagship program. All right, so like you can see, last year, if I see from ITES, this one. So the highest CTC here was 55, lakhs, and this was by Microsoft, I believe, because that was the company that came, this that year. So you can imagine like what a heavy drop this is in terms of highest. So you see, highest placement. That is why you should never go for, because if one year one company came and they selected one student of this, this capability, and they offered him 55, him or her 55 lakhs, not necessarily they will come the next year and offer the same or high salary. So this is something that you should be very cautious about. Always go for the median, because median gives you a very true image of the kind of placements that are going on. So this year, if we see the median, that is somewhere around 14.6. So again, looking at the market conditions, not so bad. It is average, like most of the colleges in the same range. You can expect this kind of median. Average is 14.81, and this is very good distinction: top 10, top 20, top 50 students. However, the top 10 and top 20 and top 50 becomes a little bit vague if you consider the number of students participating. So 191 is the total batch size for the PGDM flagship program. So like top 10 and top 20, I believe they should have, or they could have given us the percentage of top 10, top 20% and top 50% of students. So yeah, this gives some idea about, if, like, let's say if you ultimately decide to join Goa Institute of Management, and if you work really hard and end up being the top 10, top 20, top 50 students, then definitely you see, look at the difference here. The average already has 5 or over 5 lakhs of difference. So this makes up a very huge difference, and this is all dependent upon how you perform inside the college and a few percentage of luck as well. So right, this is the kind of work experience these guys have. Engineering obviously being the maximum. This is like common across colleges. I hardly see any college having any kind of cohort other than engineering comprising of the maximum population. Professional background, ITITS, again engineering, manufacturing sectors. Let's see the kind of recruiters that they are having this year. So JBMC, then there is Mahindra, DB Shaw, Gemini, Accenture, Asian Paints. Accenture has released a lot of offers, roles across colleges. So yeah, Accenture is something to look at. Abinbev is again a pretty good company. ITC again, banking, ICICI, Infosys for tech. I believe like good cohort of companies. So now the summers again, like this is for 2 months, just to make sure this is for 2 months. So yeah, it's for 2 months. 87.5, that is 90, like approximately 90K is the average, 70K is the median. Like not a very bright picture here as well, because the market conditions of course are not good. And something that I found very good about Goa Institute of Management is they do not inflate their placement statistics that much, because you see, you can never say that this is the exact number. I'm not inside the college, and I definitely don't know what's going on. It's just from what I can gather from the people who are studying there, that these stats are definitely not too much or not inflated. So yeah, I will take their word for this. And yeah, so I believe this is good. And if the market improves, which we are expecting, so these stats will definitely go up. Like if we compare this with last year, as I said, last year, amazing companies. You can see Microsoft, Mahindra, and GEP, Bain, HCL. I mean, IT and operations. This is something that the college is known for, and the kind of companies that are coming are again were great. So HR, we have this year, like this year, if you see, they have got Disney Star, but that is for the HR. They have got like Disney HR, Disney Star as a company. That was for HR. They have, yeah, this is one Disney. They have not distinguished the companies based on the domains this year, but yeah, Disney came for the HR role, and this is good. This is great. I found this very interesting. ACD FiberNet again. This is here. This is again a very good company, Johnson and Johnson. So these are usually the companies that you see and you say that okay, this is a very good bunch of companies that the college is inviting for the placements. And many of these are prominent recruiters. Like they come year and year and take students from here. So yeah, a very positive sign, a very good sign. And let's now quickly move to our big data analytics program. This is a program that that competes with the flagship program that GIM has. And me personally, being from tech background, I firmly believe that I think this has some advantage over the flagship program. So this depends on what you guys want from your career. If you are someone who is very enthusiastic about tech, if you are someone who looks at the potential that AIML is holding, in the coming future, this is the program that you should target. At least in India, when I see that there are programs in business analytics, there are programs in data analytics. This one is a very niche segment, the big data analytics per se, and this is something that companies will look at and say, all right, this is a role that is very suitable for, let's say, if I want to drive, some change, some tech related change, some automation related change in my organization. So yeah, for that, definitely HRs will prefer this program over anything else. So yeah, if you are interested in tech, definitely please look very closely for this program. And just to clear one myth, people say that these kind of programs only prefer folks that are from engineering background or tech background, let's say. But I am the like example. I cleared this program and I am a non-engineer. I have done my BSc in biotechnology. So yeah, if I can clear this, you can definitely do. Just just a bit of caution. If you are going for this domain, they will look at your experience. They will look at your professional background. They will look at the kind of projects you have done, and they will try to fit you in that cohort wherein everybody competing with you will be an engineer. Who will be a coder. They will be aware of the tech. They will be aware of things that are technical in nature. So if you fit in that cohort, then definitely they will choose you for this program. However, if you're just passionate because it is big data analytics and you do not have anything to show to the recruiters or you do not have anything to show to the college, they will find it very hard to recruit you, or they will find it very hard to accept you inside this program. So just make sure that you have that good profile. Let's see the stats here. Okay, again, here also we see a dip in the placements. Like if I compare it with 2023, let's say. Okay, here the highest placement was somewhere around 40.2 LPA, and here this has dropped to 22.5, around half. So again, highest CTC is not a very good judging factor. Average was 17.2. Mind you, this is higher than their flagship program that last year. Median is 15, and this year like 15, 14. So almost all the stats have been dropped a little, and this is because of the condition. There was a boom after COVID, and there were hirings at a very mass scale. The hirings have been very sparse this year. So yeah, this is something that is very acceptable, like expected. So not acceptable definitely, but expected. Now here they have given like you see the difference right here. Being from tech background, they have given the percentage and not the numbers. So the cohort here also is just 102. So yeah, pretty fair percentage division. So 36.2, this was last year, 36.2, the top 10%. This is equaling to, let's say, the average of top 5, 6 IIMs in India. So yeah, pretty good, pretty decent. Like this was last year. Let's see, this year, the top 10% has dropped down to 21%, 21.7 LPA, 21.2 LPA. So again, drastic drop, but yeah, good enough. Like these things will improve. You never know, when the market will soar, and once it does, then definitely. And you are the one who will create chances. You see, there are a lot of case competitions wherein Goa Institute of Management is eligible. Like very very good case competitions, you can participate in that. And like in the placement reports, also they they distinctively mention what kind of case competitions these guys clear. So see, ACT FiberNet national runner-ups and JPMC national finalists. So all these companies, like most of the companies you saw in the placement, are right here: ACT FiberNet, Infosys, JPMC, Aditya Birla, Dabur and Pidilite and Flipkart. So, this creates a lot of difference. So these are, the companies you can target through case competition. Even if, let's say, in your final placements, these companies are not coming onto the campus, you can definitely prepare very well for the case competition, make a very good team, go to the national finalist, and then you, even if you don't win, you will get the opportunity to give the placement interviews. And if you are good enough, they will definitely choose you. So this is yet another way of looking past the college placements and, working hard for yourselves. All right, this was mostly about placement. So I'm not inside the college, cannot tell you exactly what the conditions are right now for this year, but hoping for the best for all the colleges across. The market has been down for quite a long time now, and now this is the time it should come up, and we should benefit from the market definitely. And then let's move on to some important stuff. All right, so this was the Achievers Round email I received like last year around this time. So this was the result for the Achievers Round. So I applied and then I got into the Achievers Round, and this is how the process usually looks like. They will give you the timelines to upload documents, choosing the slots. This will be offline, so make sure that you're choosing the cities that you can actually go to. There will be a mock WAT and then a WAT for 30 minutes. So, this is very important because this holds a very, good percentage of marks in your application. So take it very seriously. And then there will be personal interviews. These will be offline too. So just choose the city, very well. Yeah. All right. So this is majorly about, the offer for the invite for the interview, offline interview for the Achievers Round. All right. And now Achievers Round, because the deadline has passed, I see no relevance in talking about it. But yeah, there is a very detailed criteria of what you should have, if you want to apply for the Achievers Round and if you want to get selected here. The best part is they will give you spot offers. So let's say if you clear the Achievers Round, you will get a spot offer immediately. You will get all the documents and you just need to pay the fees and then you will be in. So you do not have to wait for the results. And another best part is you will get scholarships if you are in the Achievers Round. If you get selected, there is a criteria of scholarship for a few students. So again, that is something very, very interesting. And let's move on. WAT again. So this will be of 30 minutes. They give you a time slot like from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. and you can attend it any time between this and 250 to 300 words essay on a given topic. The criteria will be the clarity and the thought process that you have. What is very important is that you should turn off all the ad blockers, Grammarly, things like that, screensavers. Because see, this is a proctored exam. I remember last time when I was giving this, the invigilator that was there, he asked me to pick up my laptop and turn it around 360 degrees so that he can be sure that nobody else is in the room and I am not doing anything that should not be done. So I believe, yeah, this is just to test your analyzing skills, your writing skills, how you process your thought. So I believe this is not that hard. So the topic that I was given was like introverts versus extroverts, and I wrote a 250 to 300 word essay on that. So you can get a diverse range of topics. Like people with whom I discussed it, they got very different kind of topics related to history, related to economy. So yeah, there is no no compartmentalization I can do in terms of what topics you will receive. But again, this is not something very hard. You can practice it. In fact, you can just go to ChatGPT and ask for a topic and then write the essay. What is important here is when you are analyzing your written essays, make sure that your thought process is coming out very clearly. You have differentiated between the starting, the middle, and the closing. So just basic hygiene things you can do here. So WAT will be like that. And yeah, again, this cannot be taken lightly. Don't even think about missing these, because this is going to have a good percentage of, score in terms of your application. So just don't even think about missing this. And then for those people who are particularly thinking about applying for the big data analytics, this is a very, very important exam that you have to clear. This is a mandatory exam, and this is GAAP, that is GIM Analytics Aptitude Test. I believe this is a very fair assessment because you see, when you apply for a program like this, it is a very technical program, and you will be taught things related to Python. You will be taught languages. You will be taught tools that are used, for analytics and things like that. So just to make sure that you know at least the basics of it, if I go to the application form, it will be much easier to tell you. So let's see if I tell you about the GAAP. So what exactly are the testing is the linear equation, calculus, matrices, progressions, abstract reasoning, all these topics. So they won't be analyzing you on very hard concepts or very detailed knowledge about these topics. But yes, definitely some basic understanding of linear equations, calculus, matrices, progression, abstract reasoning, some amount of coding, Python, that will definitely be tested. And the best part is they have specified the exam date, that is 2nd of February 2025. So even if right now you are not very sure about whether you know very much about these topics, you have got good enough time. So if you start by now, like if you want any suggestions of from where you can prepare these topics, I can definitely give you the relevant sources. Do chime in the comments, and I will tell you all the sources from where I prepared and from where I learned about these concepts. So definitely that can be done. And apart from that, this exam is very important, and they do not have a pass fail criteria per se, but this will again have a good weightage when it comes to your application. So make sure that you clear this one, and again, you should turn the ad blockers and things like that. Okay. So yeah, it is remote proctored. And again, so you know what the best part is, when this exam will be closed, there will be mentors. The first year students who are currently pursuing big data analytics, they will be organizing a session, and that is incredibly helpful because they will be telling you about what you can expect from this exam, if there are any changes from last year, or the sources again from where you can prepare for this exam. So yeah, that is the help is there, and be aware and be active and make sure that you attend those sessions. So this is all about it. And now something very interesting, and this is again something that you could have observed, if you attempted and if you were in the process last year or last year. So what they have is like for the achievers round, I told you about the spot offers. They also have spot offers for the regular rounds. So right, like in 2023 when I converted the PGDM-BDA program, what happened was I gave the regular round, I cleared it, and they were impressed with my performance in the regular round. So they had one more round for the spot offer. So this was an additional interview round, and by clearing that, I got the spot offer. And the only difference is that I was not eligible for the scholarship that was there for the achievers round, but yes, I got the offer immediately. So I did not have to wait for all of the candidates to complete their interviews and then to get the result finally. I was offered this during, in fact, on the same day I gave the regular interview. So yeah, this is all about it. This was for the PGDM BDA program, and yeah. So all this information, what amount you need to pay and things like that. All right. So this was more or less all I wanted to tell you about the PGDM BDA, or let's say the process of Goa Institute of Management. So I hope this video was helpful to you. I will definitely make videos about the detailed process of the interview, how my interviews went and how I prepared for them, what kind of questions you can expect, especially for the BDA program, because normal interviews are different from tech interviews. They will test you on your knowledge of the of the type of work that you have done, of different technologies. In fact, in the BDA, in the artificial intelligence and machine learning domain, a lot of questions are asked. So do chime in and do tell me in the comments if you want a detailed analysis or a detailed experience of my interviews at Goa Institute of Management. And yeah, if you want reviews of any other colleges like this, because I converted a few colleges like Goa Institute of Management and then Great Lakes Institute of Management and IMT Ghaziabad. So there are a lot of colleges, and you can chime in and you can tell me if you want any college, and if you want me to share my experience about the whole process of these colleges. And yeah, take care, all the best, and make sure you fill this form today because today is the last date. Thank you so much.